Hey, what's going on? This is Crystal Taylor, the owner of Fitness is Not a Game, and you are here on Fitness Friday, where we are going to talk about the things that you are doing to sabotage yourself when it comes to weight loss, health, fitness, whatever you want to call it. There are 5 things that you're doing. Part one that you need to focus on not doing. So if you're here with me now, say hey, let your girl know that you're here. And then also let me know where you're watching from. And if you're catching this on replay, do me a favor and type replay in the chat. So let's drink some water, y'all. So I decided to do this list because so often when we say it's time for me to get my life right, or this is my year, whatever the case may be, we make this list of things that we're going to do. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And we focus on those things only. How about this? Let's make a not to do list. Things that we're not going to do to make sure that we hit our goals. Does that make sense to y'all? Let's talk about that. Because there are certain things that we do that are totally throwing us off track and defeating the purpose of everything that's on your to-do list. So you're like, oh, I'm gonna go to the gym. Oh, I'm going to what? What else you say you're gonna do? But let's talk about these things that you are doing that you need to put on your to not to do list. And the thing about this not to do list, I want you to make your own. I'm gonna give you 5 today, right? And y'all saw this part 1, so that means part 2 is coming next week. But after we go over these things, after we talk about them, I encourage you to create your list of your not to do's to make sure that you're on track. Okay. All right. So, number 1, this is my not to do list. Feel free to borrow. Number 1 is to stop relying so much on cardio. Where my cardio queens and cardio kings at? No, not me. I'm just asking you to raise your hand. If that's you, raise your hand. And this is not to throw shade or pew, 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 shooting shots, anything like that. It is not. But y'all know when I get on my foot, it's time for me to get into the combo. This is the thing. I want, and I said, if you notice, I didn't say no cardio. I said stop relying on cardio. Too often, folks fall into this belief, this myth that cardio is going to equal more weight loss, that cardio is going to be the end all be all. And that's what we do so much. So if that is you, I'm asking you, yeah, maybe that's what this is. If this is you, I'm asking you to add these things to your list. If that's you, I'm asking you to say, hey, I'm going to start relying so much on cardio. I'm also going to implement strength training. It can't just be cardio that's going to get you to your maximum potential when it comes to your health, fitness, weight loss, whatever you say your goal is, baby. However you want to phrase it. It's not going to get there solely with cardio. You have to have balance. And so often people do cardio because it's easy. You can do it mindlessly. Let me know that this is you. This is you. Say, this is me in the chat. And we've talked about this before. Oh, and if this is your first time running across me, do me a favor and type a 1 in the chat. Let me know if you're a first timer. But I ain't talking to you, girl. But I say frequently how that just threw me off. Okay. Oh, the cardio machines are liars, y'all. We see those numbers on the machines and feel like we're burning all these calories. So, yes, this has to equal weight loss. Yes, this has to equal the body that I want. Yes, this has to equal, and it does not necessarily. You have to have that balance. You need cardio because it's great for this ticker, hence cardio. But for the majority of you, your real goals are going to be met by having some type of strength training in there. Whether you want to tone up, guess what? You need more muscle to burn more fat. Whether you want to get shapely arms because summertime is right around the corner, guess what? That's strength training. Whether you just want to lose a little weight to get off these medications, guess what? The more muscle you have, again, the more fat you burn, the less you weigh. All right. So that's the first thing. And for anybody who's joining now, hey, this is Crystal Taylor, and we're talking about these 5 things I want you to put on your not to do list. Not to do so that you can get closer to your health, weight, fitness, weight loss goals, whatever you want to call it. All right. And the first one is to stop relying so much on cardio. If you can take that, if that's something you needed, type I needed that, Crystal, in the chat. And Crystal's with a K. You see it, right? Drink up when we get ready to go to number 2. Number 2, somebody go get the horse. Because I feel like I'm beating it. And he dead. But I'm beating it anyway. Number 2, the second thing I want you to put on your not to do list. And these are the things that you are going to stay away from at all costs. All right. In order to get where you want to go. Number 2 is to stop skipping meals. Lord, if I could get paid for every time I have to say that to somebody, I would be rich, 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 rich. I can't tell you how many people I talk to and they say, I know I don't eat like I should. I could easily look up and I haven't eaten all day. Or I don't know why I can't lose weight. I only eat once or twice a day. Y'all, we have to stop skipping meals. We have to eat. And I know it sounds counterproductive. You're like, Crystal, I am trying to lose weight. I can't keep eating as frequently as I do. The frequency is not the problem. It's what you're eating. That's the problem. We've been programmed to think that we have to run from food like food is the enemy when it's not. Food is your friend. Somebody type that in the chat. Food is my friend. Calories are your friends. Calories are sources of energy. That's all a calorie is. That is the definition of it. You need energy. You have to give your body energy. So you have to have those calories. You only get calories from some type of food source. So we have to stop skipping these meals because what can happen, it's going to slow down your metabolism and it could possibly lead to you eating way more later when you finally do eat because you've waited so long. But guess what? Your metabolism is slowed down because you haven't given it any energy, but now you just threw it in all these extra calories. How's your body supposed to keep up and burn that? And when you don't have those calories, i.e. energy, you don't have energy. So now you feel lethargic. Now you can't get through your day. You don't want to get through your day. You don't want to go work out. You can barely focus on work. So the second thing I want on your not to do list, things that you're going to avoid, would be skipping meals. So the first thing is that you're not going to rely too much on cardio. What you're not going to do, number 2, is skip meals. Let me know if y'all can do those. If you can do those so far, say, I can do that, Crystal. Type it in the chat for me. Let's drink some water before we get to number 3. Because since we're talking about food, and y'all know I love food, hence the 2 cookbooks, right? Remember I said it's not, people run from food because we've been told that food is the enemy. It's not. It's how we consume it. Whether it's the frequency of fried food, overly processed foods, those are issues too. The foods themselves, but also how we interact with the food can be a struggle and be an issue. Hence, what I want you to do, number 3, what I want you to not do is to overlook the importance of mindful eating and neglect mindful eating. What does that mean? Crystal, what the heck is mindful eating? Mindful eating means that you're not going to just sit in front of the TV or at your desk and just mindlessly eating. Mindful eating is the opposite of mindless eating. Y'all know what mindless eating is? When you sit there watching TV, not even looking at your bowl as you're reaching into it. And you're just eating, not paying attention to your plate as you're just putting food in your mouth. That's mindless eating. So I don't want you to neglect mindful eating. So the opposite is you're blocking your distractions. You're focusing on how the food looks, how it smells, how it tastes, the different textures. You're listening to how your body is responding to those foods. You're listening to your body to see, am I getting closer to being satisfied? Because if you're mindlessly eating, you don't need to pay attention. You were full a long time ago because you just got so accustomed to this routine of shoving your face. Whereas a mindless eating, you're like, that was good. I really like that. Oh, okay. I'm getting fuller faster than I thought. Or, I thought this would be more filling, but it's not. Whatever the case may be, you are listening to your body and you are actually paying attention to how your body feels while you're eating. Let me know if that makes sense. And if anybody's tuned in, hey, I'm Crystal Taylor, the owner of Fitness is Not a Game. You're here on Fitness Friday, and we're talking about 5 things that I want you to put on your not to do list. Stop focusing on what you think you're going to do or what you want to do. But let's talk about these things that you should not do in order to reach your goals. And I just gave you 3 of them. I said I need y'all to stop over relying on cardio. I didn't say don't do cardio. I said don't over rely on it. The second thing is I said I need you to stop skipping meals. There's no way if and the bus around that. Stop it. And then I said number 3, I want you to stop neglecting mindful eating. So number 4, the 4th thing I need you to stop doing, and I need my girl Angela Hawkins of Bamboo here. She will appreciate this. Y'all, you gotta stop ignoring the importance of quality sleep. Sleep is your body's way of resetting all the things. Reset, repair, rest, allowing your body to do what it needs to do, letting those muscles repair, letting your hormones get back on track. Because if you don't get good enough rest when your hormones are thrown off, now, and this is physiological, y'all, now you start craving foods that you typically wouldn't eat at that time or how you would eat it. Right? If you have not allowed your body the chance to rest and reset, your muscles don't have the energy or the ability to go through whatever exercise or workout or just activity that you wanted to go through. All of these things totally contradict your weight loss goals. Your hormones are off. So guess what? Oh, and we're not going to talk about how when you don't sleep well, you get stressed out, and stress adds fat around the belly. Stress impedes your ability to burn fat, right? Which, of course, when you realize, and when I say it adds more fat, that adds more stress. So it's just all jacked up. But when you don't get your sleep, then your energy levels are low, and you don't even have the energy to do your workouts, right? So it impacts your overall health. So I need you to stop. Look, when they talk about you sleep when you die, shout out to 2 Chainz. That is my homie, the prophet 2 Chainz. When you talk about sleep when you die, that ain't sleep, that dead. That ain't sleep. While you are alive, you need to sleep. You need to rest. You need to allow your body to repair itself, or you gonna end up where dead sooner than you want to. Let's just call a spade a spade. Sleep is not for suckers. Sleep is needed. And especially as we continue to grow older, and that's what we're doing. That's the goal. You need to sleep. Okay. Think about it. When babies are babies, children, they sleep a lot. Why? Because their body is doing a lot of work. Their body needs that rest to be able to grow into what it's becoming. We still need that rest to allow our bodies to do what they need to do. We don't get to just wear this thing down and say, you're just going to keep on going, keep on going, keep on going until I tell you to stop. Or because this is the thing, you don't get to tell your body when to stop. When your body feel like stopping, it's going to stop. When it needs the rest, I always say you either give it or it will take it. It's better to give it these 7 hours a night, which is not a lot, as opposed to it taking days and weeks from you because it completely shut down. Let me know if that makes sense before we get on to number 5. Now, apologize. No, I don't. I was about to say I apologize if I feel spicy on this Friday, but no, I don't. Let me stop lying because somebody needs to hear this and somebody needs to hear it exactly how it's being said. And if that's you, type 100 in the chat, say, Crystal, I needed to hear all of this because we're talking about what you should not do. I'm not saying not to focus on those things that you said you are going to do. I'm not saying that, but you should also have a list of things that said that what you're not going to do. I'm not going to do these things because when I do these things, they impede my goals. So I'm giving y'all 5 today. I'm going to give you 5 more next week. I already said the first thing you need to do is stop over relying on cardio. Then you got to stop skipping meals. And then when you eat, you got to stop mindlessly eating. You got to stop overlooking the importance of mindful eating. And then the 4th was you got to stop overlooking the importance of quality sleep. Now, number 5, say this one for last today. I don't know who I'm talking to. And if I'm talking to you, you're welcome. Okay? Because I'm looking at you. You have to stop. I am begging you to stop following these doggone fad diets. Lord. I don't know how many times I could say that either. I don't know. It's amazing how excited people get at the thought of following a fad diet. And we all know that fads mean temporary. Diets mean temporary. But if this fad diet says, ooh, I can get you to lose some weight really quick. I was like, I'm on it. I'm in it. Sign me up, please. You do it. You may or may not like it. But if you like those results, you'd be like, yes, okay, I did it. But guess what? You didn't like what it even took for you to get there. So guess what? You're going to stop doing that. And then guess what's going to happen? You're going to regain the weight. And then you're going to be upset. It's a vicious cycle. But the thing about it is not only is it a vicious cycle, it is harmful physically and psychologically and mentally to go through this. That is way more than just a yo-yo. Because when you get to the point, well, either way you want to take it, I was about to say you lost weight or you at the top of your excitement, right? However you want to look at it. All we know is just doing this. So you're excited that you lost all this weight, feeling good about yourself. But guess what? Like I said, you didn't like what you had to do to get there, so you stopped doing it. And then the weight start creeping up again. And you're like, dang, why does this always happen to me? Have any of you ever asked yourself that? If you've asked yourself that, let me know in the chat. Say dang, put dang in the chat. Man, I failed at yet another diet. If that's you, because the average American adult will try 55 diets in a lifetime. Psychologically, that takes a toll. 55 tries. A lot of times people look at that as 55 failures. So then you either become obsessed with trying to figure it out, right? Figure out which diet works for you. Or you just give up because these other 55 didn't work. So obviously nothing's going to work, right? No diet is going to work. Psychologically. Physically, it could impact you if you're drastically losing weight too quickly and if you're doing it in an unhealthy way. So while the number on the scale, and y'all know how I feel about the scale, while the number on the scale may look better, guess what? Your blood pressure doesn't look good. Your cholesterol does not look good. The numbers that matter don't look good. So you're physically hurting yourself on the inside just so you can look good on the outside. Let me know if anybody's ever felt that before. So instead of following these fad diets, it's about a lifestyle shift, a eating shift, improving your relationship with food, how you look at food, what you view food as, how you use food, how you allow food to use you. So we have to stop following these fad diets. That is number 5 for this week. So when you say you have a goal, health, weight, fitness, weight loss, whatever you want to call it, instead of saying, I'm going to try this food, right? Let's talk about what you're not going to do so that you get there. How about we add on a list that I'm not going to look for another diet? I'm not. Because people say, I'm going to eat better. But a lot of times that eating better leads to some type of fad diet. But that's not what you need. Okay? So it's been a little over 20 minutes on this here Friday. I'm going to leave y'all be. I'm going to let y'all go. If you got something from that, drop some hearts. If you needed that message, say I needed that. Let me know. And just to do a quick recap of this part 1 of this list, because I will be back next week and give y'all 5 more things to add to your not to do list. Today we talked about 5 things to put on your not to do list to make sure you reach your goals. The first is relying too heavily on cardio. No pun intended. Number 2 was to stop skipping meals. Number 3 was to stop neglecting the importance of mindful eating. Number 4 was to stop neglecting the importance of quality sleep. And number 5 is to stop following these fad diets. If you like those 5, type of 5 in the chat. I will see y'all next week with 5 more. Because I just really want y'all to live a healthier life. If you're watching me right now, you're more than likely at least 40, 30 some, 40. We're getting up there, y'all. We got to take care of ourselves. It's not just about looking good and feeling snatched. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But we also have to make sure we're making healthier decisions when they are possible. All right, y'all. So I am going to leave you be on this Saturday. I'm already there, huh? This Friday, because it's Fitness Friday. We'll leave you be on this Friday afternoon. Again, if you check the description, if you are looking for a program that can help you with all of those things, help especially with the mindset shift of all the things we talked about, make sure you click the link that's in the description and come check us out. And let me know if you have any questions, because I got you. All right, y'all. So y'all have an amazing and a fantabulous Friday. And I'll see y'all again soon.